Hey everyone, Rich coming to you Sunday night. Big topic of conversation down here with some of my Cuban neighbors regarding the 1-year anniversary that just occurred this weekend of Fidel Castro's death. You know, one of the things that keeps me awake at night is the adoring and fawning love that Democrats have for people like Fidel and Raul Castro and Che Guevara. And you know, it's not the Democrat politicians that really keep me up at night, and it's not the D-Mike Democrat media industrial complex that keeps me up at night. The people who really keep me up at night when it comes to this stuff are Democrat voters. People who walk around with Che Guevara t-shirts, Constitution and American hating, government worshiping dupe dopes who think that those who fled the horrors and tyranny of Cuba did so because life was wonderful in a place like Cuba. And I think all the time when I talk to people around the country and I say to them that when you stay home on election day, you have to understand that you are helping to elect the candidates of voters who are hammer and sickle Che Guevara t-shirt wearing, idol worshiping, dupe dope Democrats. And the question that I ask all of those men and women, those husbands and wives, small business owners, and those moms and dads, do you want people who are idol worshiping, sycophant lovers of communism and Fidel and Raul Castro and Che Guevara picking our government? Do you want them picking the government of politicians who will appoint judges? Do you want them protecting our citizens? Do you want them creating economic policy for working families and small businesses? Do you want them enacting laws that can affect all of us as families in our communities? And do you want them educating our children? Because if you don't want them doing those things and you stay home on election day, that's who you're voting for, folks. You take a map of the country, you throw a damn dart at it with a 90% certainty, an even greater certainty than the Cleveland Browns losing next week, where that dart lands, you're going to see a place where when you stay home on election day, you are helping the Democrats. Well, Rich, I don't like the Republican. You know what? I probably don't like the Republican either. But when you stay home, you're giving your vote away. So if you don't like either candidate, you write someone in. If you don't like the Republican, see if there's someone who's primarying that Republican candidate, because that's what we're going to see around the country anyway. But in the next few years, and in the coming months, and we're going to see it next month in Alabama with the Roy Moore election. Understand, folks, that when you stay home, you're voting for people, for politicians, for lawmakers who are supported by these voters. And those voters keep me up at night. And the reason they do, many of them don't understand what it is that they're following. They're just sheeple. It's like in my upcoming book, 10 Warning Signs Your Child is Becoming a Democrat, Warning Sign 6. I talk about sheeple syndrome. Everybody's doing it. Oh, Che Guevara's cool. Oh, Fidel Castro's cool. Oh, President Obama, last year he went to Cuba, listened to Raul Castro, who lectured our president on why America is so screwed up and we have all these problems. And our president sat there and took notes and said, oh, that's true. Yes, we have a lot of problems in America. You guys in Cuba, you're a bastion of freedom and a free enterprise. And I'm not putting down my Cuban neighbors, folks. They're good people. They fled Cuba to come into this country for a better life, for the chance to vote, for opportunity, for their families. So I implore everyone that on the anniversary of communist Fidel Castro's death, who, by the way, didn't believe in communism himself because he died as a billionaire, which his family inherited. Think about how popular and how loved that ideology, that collectivist, Leninist, Marxist, tyrannical ideology is in the country. And understand that there is no neutrality, folks. Everybody's on a side. Are we going to be on the side that's going to fight that and prevent that kind of ideology from getting enacted in our government at all levels? Or are we going to stay home? And we're going to help those people get elected who believe that kind of ideology. I have a feeling that for most of the MAGA people listening to this video, I know you don't stay home. But it's incumbent upon us to make sure that belly button and eyeball to eyeball, that we get out there every single day, every single month, and definitely every single election, and we talk to people and let them know that elections do matter in our country and they do have consequences. Until next time, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Have a good evening.